All right, kids, there's gonna be 101 tuna fish cleaning. If you've never caught one, if you've never cleaned one, it's really, believe it or not, it's really not that difficult, all right? Number one, a good sharp knife. So what you're gonna wanna do is you pull the peck fin here, you pull it all the way up. Now I'm gonna start right behind these bottom fins. I don't even know what the names of them are. Start about right here. I'm gonna go ahead and get my blade in. And when I get up to the peck fin, I don't know if you can see that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curl it around and come up towards the head. If not, you're missing that whole big old chunk of meat. That's enough meat to feed a couple people. So you're gonna come in, come all the way up towards the eyeball, all right? Now get your knife out, you're gonna start at the tail. And do one cut all the way down to the spine. This is the most important part. You take your knife, and when you come down, I'm gonna turn it, all right? And it's right on top of these finlets right here. There's a row of bones, and then right here there's another row of bones. So when I make my turn, I'm gonna have my knife cutting down at a 45, as well as back at a 45. So all your knife is gonna do when it hits those bones, if you keep it like this, it's just gonna slide. If you try and go flat like this, you can go in and out of the bones, and that's when your trouble starts. So I'm gonna go right here, and I'm cutting right along those bones. I can feel the knife sliding on top of the bones. Now your next row of bones is right here along the lateral line. I'm gonna turn the fish. You see what I'm talking about, the line right here? Since I've cut the top part, I'm gonna go in right on top of it. All the way down, flat and straight. Now, once you get it to that point, check this out. That is delicious. But if you look at it, being that the knife was scraping 45, there's really nothing. I don't know, if you're better than that, good work. So you're gonna, for the bottom half, we're gonna almost go opposite. We're gonna start right here at the lateral line, straight in, knife back. Now, as you come in right here, I don't know if y'all can see where the ribs, the rib cavity, it's basically gonna be about right here all the way down to the anus. So I'm gonna take my knife, slide it right on top of the ribs, down to the anus, and then go in, and then same deal, 45 down and 45 back. Now this one is always a little bit harder because of the Allison fins. You can feel there's a little additional set of bones. Delicious. And if you look at this carcass right here, there is no meat left. And that's the easiest, best way to clean a yellowfin tuna. Now, we have, you can see there's different colors right here. You have light and the darks. The dark is gonna be your bloodline, which is just like any fish. It's gonna be a little bit stronger, fishier, maybe a little bit more oily. So I'm just gonna go in, not far at all, because it's very thin. We left most of the bloodline on the center row. So I'm just gonna go in and trim it. That's waist. Same thing right here. In the front half, it's gonna be shallower and taller. And as it comes back, it gets a little bit deeper, but much thinner. So I'm gonna start off very shallow. And as I keep coming back, I'm gonna keep turning, rolling my blade a little bit just to get it all. And it's okay if I got to cut a couple of times. I just don't want to cut too much of the good meat out and go back with it. And right there is a well-trimmed, perfectly clean yellowfin tuna. So now we're trimmed up. What I do, this knife in particular, the blade, is about the same exact width as a gallon Ziploc bag. So I'm going to cut it into chunks like that. I'm going to get a box of Ziplocs. Now I always leave the skin on because most public tables are normally not as sanitary as you would like. What I'm going to do is take a chunk and I'm going to put the skin side down. The next chunk, I'm going to go meat to meat, like so. And that way, if there is any bacteria or anything like that on the skin, it's not going to get on the actual flesh that you're going to be eating. So do that. And right there's a whole lot of love and yumminess ready to go. Make sure you keep it cold. Tuna is a very temperature sensitive meat. Very, very important when you catch it, bleed it, and get it as cold as you can, as fast as you can. Same thing on your ice chest. When you put it into your ice chest, you want to lay your ice. Well, if you can, ice your ice chest ahead of time, cool it off. And then you want to layer ice, then put your Ziplocs on top, full of fish, another layer of ice, layer of fish, layer of ice, so on, so on. If you're on a real hot and heavy bite, or if it's going to sit in ice chest for a day or two, go ahead and crack the drain plug. Because I mean, there's no guarantees that this can't open up, and you don't want this fish sitting in fresh water at all. You'll basically reduce it down to canned tuna fish. So if you go ahead and you crack it, it'll let all the melted ice and all that water drain out. That'll be the best way and best thing you can do to properly take care of such beautiful, tasty fish.